right, there we go. Oh, I gotta pull up the chat. Oops. Yeah. Chat. There we go. Uh-oh, he'll be back. Always first, but never actually here. Hey. Every time. What's up, Hunter? Welcome in. What's that doing? Oh. How many do I have? Not enough. Hunter second. Technically, Crazy doesn't count because he's always first, but he just says BRB. So is he here? It's like trying to put a placeholder in your spot and standing in line. Are you actually there? It's kind of interesting, but also not. Yeah, I think so. I agree. Huh. Not that I want a bow one. It needs like Arcane Archer to be any good though. Something to make the rest of it strong. And I am now the Flash. Look how fast I am. We run with speed. Too quick. Guess who's back? Yeah. He's alive. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ouch. I don't even know why I tried to block there. I think I just killed all of this stuff. Gonna wait for it to respawn. Hey. That's what I thought. It was rude. I was like, I heard another one. Woo. You're just in time for me to run super fast because I have a quickness axe now. We're the fastest thing in the yard. We already were, but now we're the fastestest. Almost lost my aunt yesterday. He got stuck in the building. He wouldn't come out. Let's go get charcoal. Maybe? Can't tell if it's respawned. No, I wasted a potion or a smoothie. Dang it. Ha. So I'm thinking we might go to New Game +5 tonight. Not totally sure, but gives me more story to do. And on top of that, I want to roll the Mant fight and try to get a good Antlion greatsword. So I made this spicy... What is it? Yeah. I did spicy damage up major and best. On this, and it's decent, but it's not as fun. So if I could get a cool Antlion greatsword with like Finale Fury spicy damage at best or something, I'd be alright with that. I don't love having 4 clubs. The sour club also kind of sucks too, but it's better than the sour thing. I can't talk. The acid edge. Currently, at least. But then I can re-roll the fight a bunch, which sounds fun. I also want to get a hammer with sizzle immunity and quickness ideally, but that's kind of whatever. Try a game called Trailmakers. You build with pistons and other stuff. It's kind of fun. You can make some crazy stuff. I'd have to check it out to see. I built some crazy stuff in Scrap Mechanic ages ago when it was just in early access. You could just build things. Rebuilt like a warthog from Halo. So I do build in all sorts of random kind of games, I guess. Built crazy stuff in Halo's Forge back in the day. Warthog racetracks mostly. Trailmakers is great. Interesting. And then on top of New Game Plus 5, I need to move that. I don't hate actually being able to get theirs because then I don't have to go through all the sand and burning. We'll also work on some of this. I've been collecting clay so we can do more foundation stuff. Gotta kind of figure out how we want to lay all this out. I'm not totally sure yet. Make a spinning tower if you want. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, we'll be continuing on this build a little bit tonight, most likely then. Just trying to figure out what I want this second level to look like. Gonna need to collect more burrs too. Kind of janky. Figure that out as we go. Many ideas. I'm not totally sure how I want to do this build. Got a lot to figure out on this build. It's a slightly different one than I've done recently, so I'm not totally sure how I want to do it. I want this to be kind of a cool balcony area, though. Hey. You play Subnautica 2 when it gets released? For sure. No questions asked. Easiest answer. 100%. I love building in Subnautica, and I loved Subnautica. That'd probably be the first game I would consider doing like a Let's Play more style. Just because it's really fun to kind of explore blindly. And horrifying at the same time. What's up, Boozin? Welcome in. Yeah, but I'm very excited for Subnautica 2 to come out. And it'll be a really good game to just follow through early access and stuff and make cool things in and break the game building if I can. Could also do like some of this. Could be like an internal one too. It's a balcony both ways. Just slightly different? I don't know. We'll see. Could do... Where are they? Wish they had more fences like this. Where's the pine cone fence? Could do... stairs. Make this a way to get up. It's kind of a little weird though. We can move the grass, no problem. I don't really need it there. It's probably a good way to get upstairs since I already have stairs planned here. Easy enough. I'll go for a bit, no worries. Good luck with your endeavor. I have to make this bigger. It's kind of more fun. Kind of works. Oh no. Oh, handy net. Getting wet. This build's probably going to be pretty ADHD, honestly. Since I don't have really, like, determined ideas yet. Just kind of playing it by ear and seeing what happens. Which sometimes leads to the best design. Not always, but sometimes. It's kind of a little jank. We'll have to figure that out. Just a little late, got off work. How's everyone doing tonight? Doing good. Got some Chick-fil-A for dinner, so can't complain about that. This feels so off. On the same grid. Yeah, we'll see. What's up, Arrow? So I gotta go destroy this grass to build the stairs. Also, do I need this entrance? Maybe not. Maybe this is the entrance. Saw a cool little detail someone had done. Yeah, I do want one of these. And then, where are they? No. Aha. It was this? How did they get them? Maybe it's because it's playgrounds. I mean, this will still work, but I don't know. Something like that. Hey, Timber. Good to see you on Twitch as well, dude. Hope you are doing awesome. I am definitely doing good. Happy to finally be on Twitch. It's been a fun little addition to mess with. Still figuring everything out. I don't really have anything set up for it yet, but we're on it. I've started a created world since I don't feel like grinding resources. I know the feeling. I just tend to get bored if I can't switch up into story and stuff. For me, it's a hack to just keep being creative. As soon as I'm in fully creative mode, I'm like, I lose the purpose of it after a while. But there are times where I really enjoy it as well, so. Good, just been breaking my head trying to make this pagoda base. Yeah. It's kind of just how the pagoda base is. Once you understand the basic concept of it, I think it's not maybe as complicated as it may seem, but it's all about precision. At least getting it set up, it is. But velocity, or I mean, I have images of the whole thing in the Discord as well to help. Oh wait, we did it again. One sec. I got to keep forgetting to post this thing in the grounded Discord. Give me one sec. Now let's get that. What's up, Smile? He's on Twitch. I gotta share this one sec, sorry. Alrighty, almost done. There we go. Now we're officially moving. How did you place the bed next to the science station? That is actually something that, weirdly enough, does not work anymore. If you place flooring down and cover up the like concrete stuff, whatever you want to call what the pagoda is made out of, you can place it on top of the floor, but for some reason they made adjustments in the game and you can no longer place the bed next to the science station for some really weird reason. Because I haven't heard of anyone having any other issues. It just doesn't want to place there for some reason. Sadly. You can get away with floors or foundations that are like clipping into the ground and then it places, but you still see them a little bit, so you kind of have to like make it look good yourself. Jeez, that it makes so laggy. Won't be able to watch tonight's stream. Sorry, no worries, man. What's the build goal for tonight? We are ADHD building tonight. That's what's happening. That's where my brain is. It's one of those days I woke up. I went to, like, before bed last night. I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get so much done. Like, I'm going to get all this work done for work. And then I'm going to work on Ludarev's base tour. And then I'm going to work out. And then I was like, I'm going to make a stream thumbnail. I'm going to do all this different stuff. I'm going to look up some research, some crap. And then work ended up being like the busiest day ever. Like a typical week, I write up, I don't know, 10 orders, 5 to 10 orders that I make. And like today alone, I wrote up like 10. It was just like crazy busy right now. So all my plans went out of the window, and then tonight was just hectic. My son's like just starting to walk today. I think he's taking his first actual steps. He's been like on the edge of it for weeks. And so he's been a madman. He's like all over the place. Trying not to let him fall and smack his head on things now that he's trying to walk. So it lets me place the regular bed, but why a little bed, right? That honestly, Arrow, I have no clue. Something with what they did in the last update broke the big beds, the only ones that are worth having. Is there any other way to build? Honestly, not really. It's kind of the best way to do it. It really is. No worries, Motor. It's all good. Is there a way you could overlay the chats on stream? I think I have to have like a secondary program called Chatterino to do that. I could, but I can't right now. I can look at it. It's a little weird with the, that might be a good way to do the chats for everyone. Because I was thinking about that being kind of funky using this current system that I'm using. Laggy. I was going to make... I need an entrance to the Black Ant Lab somewhere. I have to figure out where to put that. Because I'm just going to cover it and be stuck. Where do I work? I'm a sales manager for a site furnishings. So like I sell architectural products, so bike racks, benches, bollards, random metal fabricated stuff for like parks and commercial buildings. Nothing crazy, but allows me to have a lot of free time. Hang out with the fam. Do you know how to have tame baby ants? Yeah. Where is it? Come here, dude. Where's he at? Huh. Where you at? Yeah, like this? This is my baby ant. We don't have a name for him yet. I don't have Streamlabs either. But I will definitely look into it, because I thought about doing that the other day. I have not seen Velocity yet. Yeah, congrats on the Munchkin walking. Shit, I'm hoping it makes life a little easier. mean, he can already ever get into everything, but no worries, Hunter. Steve the ant. Sleazy, but the way you get them is you have to befriend the ant queens. So each ant queen gives you the option, 3 different options. I don't need to spoil them all, but if you go into the oven, the red ant queen gets a juicy mushroom sandwich. The black ant gets a yummy gum sandwich, and the red fire ants get a tasty toe jam sandwich. Yuck. And then you just give it to them, and they give you a baby ant. Black ant's the best, though. The only one worth getting is the black ant, honestly. You get storage with all of them, but this one gives you like 50% damage reduction, which is currently the best. It's going to get way worse. Right? It's just tough right now because he crawls and he's just into all the stuff on the ground. I mean, he already stands up and gets onto everything. Like, he's been standing for weeks. Like, he's literally been standing for weeks. He's just been too stubborn to do it. Yeah, the baby ants give buffs. They, like, secretly added it in one of the last 2 patches. So the black ant gives 50% damage reduction. The fire ant gives the same effect that the fire ant armor gives. So it gives you an acid effect, so it's just more damage, essentially. Which might be good, but the damage resist, at least in New Game Plus, is too good. And then I don't even know what the red ant gives you. Probably like more holding capacity. Hauling strength or something. I can show you Sleazy once these are done. Well, I can't because I've already done it. I don't think. The ant, yes, the ant has to be with you. Yeah, it's whatever you active, whichever pet you have active, you get that buff. So, like, I have, other than a gnat, because it keeps dying, I have one of each pet, even though they're in the water for some reason. The only issue with this boathouse is they all fall underwater. Yeah, so, like, that's my baby fire ant. You get special, as soon as it's equipped to you, you get that specific one's buff. Okay, go this way. You didn't even know that? I don't think most people, red ant allows you to carry more. I just know things. I'm just that smart. They didn't say anything about it, though, unfortunately. Like, they literally, there was no announcement, there was nothing in the patch notes, like, literally nothing saying it. Someone just randomly figured out, they were like, what was it? Yeah, someone just figured out that they had a pet, and they're like, wait, damage resist? I don't have any of that. Ooh, velocity is here now, Jeremy. Is the death of a pet the only way to get a tombstone? I think so. Yeah, I'm curious if you can spawn them in. But as far as I know, I've only gotten them from my pet dying. Yeah, I don't think there's any way other than that. 9? Woo! We did it. I'm actually on the grounded thing tonight. It was like a setting I had to put on earlier when setting the whole stream up that I found after stream last time. Everybody, hope you're having a good night. What's up, J. Cole? Oh, you switched. You switched to the dark side. I haven't been able to grab them in creative. That's a bummer. What happens when you get a tombstone? You get... I have a couple of them placed over here. So whenever your pet dies, it gives you one of these, which it's like the best little thing, but it's so sad. You get one of these little tombstones. I haven't had an ant die, technically, so I don't know if you get baby ant ones, but that's the aphid, weevil, and gnat ones. So for a little while there, I was getting pets and then killing them to get the tombstones, because I'm going to make this like a little crypt once I rebuild it, because this got destroyed doing the mixer. Timber's an amazing builder and awesome dude. Hit that follow button and show some love. Thank you, thank you. I try. We do some building here, for sure. Just a wee bit. The tombstones are impossible to get now that pet invincibility is automatically turned on. You can turn it off in the settings, though. Yeah, but you have to be in custom, I guess. That's true. And is only able to die in woe mode. Bum, bum, bum. Or in custom, you just turn it on and off. Which, if you don't care about achievements, just go into custom. It's just better. You'll like it. That's not what I want. Could do... Thank goodness for vertical half blocks, man. Thank goodness. I don't know. We'll make all this way cooler at some point. I just gotta figure out what the heck I'm doing. We're in that just randomly doing things phase of building currently. Give a video to show me how to get baby ants. Oh, I'm sorry. I do not. Paralyzer on YouTube has the Ant Queen guide. It's probably way more useful than I am. But you just take whichever one you want, which each one is for a specific type of ant queen. And then, so like, I'll show you how to do the red one essentially. Real quick. Yeah. Just got to get to the lab. As I said, we're ADHD tonight, so I'm going to be all over the place. So I might start one thing and then randomly shift. So if I'm in the middle of showing you something, don't let me get distracted. But the ADHD is real tonight. My brain is everywhere currently.
Angry ant over there.
Wait. I need one more upgrade on this staff. Hopefully I can one-shot everyone afterwards. Ooh, double. Lucky me. Bridge is fire. Which bridge? I think building a similar base to your pagoda base would break the game on PS5? Nah. If you're just building one base, you'll be fine. Oh. Just what I was looking for. This has worked out quite well. Thanks for making me come over here, Sleazy. I've been trying to farm these guys for ages. There's 0 achievements in Grounded. Have you even played the story, though, like once? You just build. You're a different breed. I don't remember where the Ant Queen is, so it's going to take a second. We just have to find the area. I can never remember anything. Looks like I really spent a lot of time searching this area. Best viewers on... what does that even say? Twitch? Bought it and went straight into creative. How did you know the building was going to be so good? I only knew because I played. Alright, sleazy. I know, I totally forgot about the emotes. I got so busy, I meant to do it today, but then I got so busy with work, I totally didn't have time. Sleazy. On top of that, the ant queen will be right here. You just interact with her. So like on mouse and keyboard, it's E. And you feed the juicy mushroom sandwich, or to the black ant queen, it'll tell you, see how they say red ant queen, black ant queen, fire ant queen. So you feed each one to its respective ant queen, and then it literally just spawns in a baby ant for you. That's literally all you have to do is feed it, and you're done. I just already done it this round, so it opens up this back area. Hey. What lazy bum didn't collect any of this? I probably should have gotten all that other stuff then. Watched see-through, bought it, then realized. That makes sense. That's see-through. Such a trench setter. Super speed, go! Oh, wait. My emotes, I need to make more. I have them, I just forgot to upload them onto Twitch. What a massacre. Sucks to suck. And have super speed now. Oops. I'm very happy with farming and reloading the Mantis fight till I got an axe with the quickness. It's great. I could do the infected broodmother and do the moldy blaster, but I was hoping to get the quickness hauling strength, but I didn't. I was too lazy to keep waiting. I give them poison, so then if you've already done that, you have to go into the next New Game Plus to do it again. Luckily, every New Game Plus, they reset, so you can change it up every single time, but you will have to go to the next New Game Plus to be able to continue. Those away. Definitely don't need that. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Sleazy. It is unfortunate. In New Game Plus, does every bug get strong or just the infused? They all get more health. Only the infused ones get the infusions. But, like what? The, everything has, like, major health scaling for sure. But you upgrade all of your stuff so much that it really doesn't matter. The basic bugs are even easier to kill once you get better weapons. Just wanted to pop in and say what's up. No worries, Ludrav. I'm hoping I can. I did all the fly around shots a little bit yesterday, a little bit today, so I should be able to get the editing finished up on your base tour here soon too. Finally. Crazy was... Oh, there he is. He be back. He gave me the old BRB instantly. Have a good lurk, y'all. We'll be back to building soon. I am kind of tempted to just go to New Game Plus 5, though. Since I can't really get the final infused weapons I want till I do it. But I spent so much time freaking re-rolling clubs that it's kind of depressing. Take your time. Take your time. Oh, I am. Don't you worry. And I'm gone. I have to go to Seattle this weekend for a wedding. What's up? Your base is perfection? Living in a matchbox? We all start there, though. Hey, watch yourself there. I started in a matchbox as well. You are not alone. I have 2,500 hours in this game now, so with that much time, I hope I'd have a decent base. Why do you get cussed out at work? Where do you work, dog? Sounds like you need to work somewhere else. Unless you deserve it. Then you deserve it. But I'm pretty sure I doubt that. I'm not running around with like my best damage trinket on. I have a lifesteal quickness trinket on. I'm not trying to one-shot him. If I had assault damage up best and assault damage up this and crit damage up that, I'd one-shot him. I'm not trying to do damage here. This is anti-damage. It's just hit things so I lifesteal and never have to block or deal with anything in life. How would you not wear that? I got my 5 trinkets. Don't care. It only takes me like 4 hits to kill that stuff. It's not like it's that hard. If I thought, dang, these things were really annoying to kill, I would worry about it. But they're not enough of an inconvenience to worry about. Everything's 2 to 5 hits, and I can kill it before I even really need to block. Maybe once with some things. I like the inventory space since I'm always just collecting garbage. That's 5 stacks of infused ooze that I could have been farming. If I had 5 trinkets. Not 5 seconds wasted, it's 5 seconds. I don't fight that many things anyways. I know you're on Twitch, so you don't have the emotes, but we build, not battle. I'm much more worried about getting items than I am about killing everything in 1 second. Plus, the combat is more fun. Sorry, Arrow, I'm streaming on 2 different platforms, so I'm on Twitch and YouTube currently. So I'm talking to some of the Twitch chatters. I'm hoping I can get... probably wouldn't happen this week since I'm going to be gone. But I like to get the chat up on stream so everyone can see both chats here in the near future. What armor should you use? Part of it's personal preference, honestly. If you just want like the most efficient, I would say pure damage. Get a Brood Mother or Mask of the Mother Demon, and then Fire Ant armor sets. You can also swap the chest or the leggings for an Assassin's chest plate. All of them up sleek. So then you can get some crit stuff and the acid corrosion that you get from that. This isn't as important. I just do Fire Ant and Mask of the Mother Demon personally. If you're like me, that's what I would use in like boss fights just around the map. I usually just use the Ladybug armor and the Mask of Mother Demon because I have a lifesteal trinket, so I just get tons of lifesteal and bash my face against everything because I can out-heal everything. That's my preference. Everyone has a different opinion, though. No boss fights mean I gotta make you my boss fight? I do boss fights. Just not as much as collecting. I am going to New Game +5 at some point here tonight, so I won't be doing boss fights tonight, but we'll be doing more boss fights. You did, Crazy. You did come up with that one. I will give you credit for that. Thought you was going crazy a little bit. You worked at the same place for 20 years. That's why you don't look like people anymore. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, the working for a medical supply company made me dislike many people. Let's just go to New Game +5. Why not? Got nothing to lose. I don't really need smoothies or anything currently. That's the only thing I would lose out on. We'll collect 30 muscle sprouts real quick. And then we'll go to New Game +5. And then we'll start building. A good movie or series suggestion. The only thing I'm currently watching, well, now it's over, is House of the Dragons. Pin the link just for velocity. One of these days I'm gonna have some time, but man, this wedding, my wife's in this wedding this weekend for her cousin. So that's busy. Why does YouTube, why is your chat so poorly laid out? You can't do anything. YouTube's chat is dumb. There's like a little heart button, so you can heart things. And it's always in the way of chat. Literally always right in the way. I mean, Game of Thrones isn't for everyone. Don't get me wrong. But I really liked... They messed it up a little bit at the end. Really, just the last 2 episodes. If you just didn't watch the last, like, 2 episodes, you'd probably love the entire thing and have no complaints whatsoever. But House of the Dragons is just really interesting if you like Game of Thrones. It's a little slow, but the dragons are so cool, I don't even care. I don't think the last 2 seasons were really, really bad. I think they were... Honestly, some of the episodes were still some of the highest ranked episodes. I think it's just because everyone fell in love with Emilia Clarke, or Emily Clarke, whatever her name is. And then they spend literally 8-something years of your life making you like love this character, and then the way they end her storyline is like, really? That's how you wanted to end it? It's just kind of a disappointing end overall. But other than like that one thing, it's pretty much one of the best shows I've ever watched. And worth it, even if the last little bit's a little rough. What's up, Backwoods? Wait, we were gonna go here anyways. I'm not really gonna be missing out on anything but pawn stuff, so I think let's just send New Game +5. I do like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was really good. Lots of shows that had really good. I mean, I like a lot of other stuff too. How I Met Your Mother was one of my favorites. The Office. I mean, there's tons of good, really good shows. But currently, I'm not really watching a whole lot else. I have not seen Better Call Saul. I have heard of it, but I've never watched it. Give me your toast. Hey. Better than Breaking Bad? Ooh. What do you think is the best method to getting the quickness trinket from aphids? Bash your head against a wall and cry? There's no easy way. You just have to use the trinket for stealing and loot luck. No, it's just stealing. So you have to use the trinket, the gum trinket, and then the perk, or the mutation that gives you on-hit steal, and you just punch them. Make sure you have Aphid Slipper's Sleek on. And once you have that, you just cry. It literally took me so long to get. Following Saul Goodman and how he got to be who he is. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it. Imagine you go to New Game Plus and all your builds are gone. I would literally cry. Like, literally cry. That we'd be playing Enshrouded right now. Is what would be happening there. Oh. Okay. Works for me. Yeah, I had gotten all. No, I don't get all of them. Once I get enough for.
Honestly, I'm just glad it's not big enough.
The first few. Oh, we get Burgle. As long as I get health, stamina, and healing all the way up, I don't care about the thirst and hunger. At this point, the thirst and hunger literally does nothing. Yeah, because now at this point, you lose more hunger and thirst from sleeping at night than you lose during the day. So it really makes no difference. It's just a waste of time.
Is something burrowing under there?
Where'd it go? Ran right past it. That's not the right one. There we go. They're weak to spicy. Let's go get Burgle up here. How do you get the aphid's honey? It's just a random drop. They either see, like that. Use loot luck. That will help the drops of it. The dissection expert. You can also get it on trinkets in New Game Plus. And then at night they also, or not, I don't know if it's night specifically, but they just drop it randomly behind them too if you follow them around. But that's, I think, less likely than just getting it from them. I want everything 100%. Eh. The food and hunger one does nothing. Like, by the time I sleep, like, I lose more sleeping, so it doesn't even matter. It has absolutely, I'd have to stay up for like 6 or 7 nights now for it to make any difference, to like lose a noticeable amount of food and hunger. Really make that much of a difference anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's like 4, I'm at like 4%. I usually get like maybe 1 or 2 per, probably pretty consistently. I get 1 or 2 per just from the first 1 and 2 random molars I find. But not very, not needed very much.
System reboot in progress.
What are you posting?
Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also overtalked. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain. I suspect log on to the unless you have an avid.
Let's go. The moment I was like, well, I lost more hunger from sleeping than anything else, I was like, alright, it's not really worth it anymore. It's a lot of effort for not a whole lot. Give me those. Get out of here, ant. What do you say is a good frame to start a build with? Just like a general. What is going on? What do you mean? Are you posting that? I was wondering. I'm like, what are you posting? What do you think you is? Give this guy mod and he just starts posting random stuff. What is it? Soul Kryptonian. Like, how do I start about thinking building a base? Like, a clip? Huh. Ooh, raw science.
Science, you were out good.
We always have to come clear all of these. I don't think there's any up this way. Watch out on stream. I don't know what it is. I don't want to click that. She's got a clue with Finale Fury and Spicy Attack. Why couldn't it be a cone, I'm guessing? Why couldn't it be Spicy Best, right? Spicy Attack's worthless, unfortunately. It's so little damage by the time you're in. It's like if it was early game, sure, it'd be fine. But in New Game Plus, it's literally 15 damage is nothing. Kind of a bummer. The day. So it really makes no difference. It's just a waste of time. It's just me killing that ant. Ain't nobody want to watch me killing that ant. Where's my toast? Yeah. Out of room? My thing's all full. Do we really need this many acorn bits? I don't think we do. Yeah. You said you lost it while it was directly in your stream? What? No, it's not. You said you lost it while it was lit directly in your stream and you walked away from it? Huh? A day. So it really makes no difference. It's just a waste of time. Oh, you're just making fun of me running right past it? Yeah, I already said that. That's what I said right after I did it. I was like, oh, I literally ran right past it. Don't make me relive my stupidity, alright? Jeez. Ain't nobody ever say playing Grounded New Game Plus 4 as the most intelligent man on the universe. Alright? That's not what I'm advertising here.
Whoa, check it out. I bet there's treasure there.
I also never said I was good at Grounded. I just build cool things. That's all I do. That's all I can promise. Is builds. Probably don't need to do it all the way around, but I don't know. Question is this how I want it? Can't really make them taller, sadly, and have them still look good. One flaw about these, but we can always move them around a little bit. Then we'll need like another floor there. It's kind of weird. It's a little low. Maybe we do this. Go a little taller. Should do the pond lab, but meh. Can't be bothered. It's like I like the columns, but they just don't work. I'm fine here, I'm not sure though. Jeremy was on Twitch. Are you still here, Soul? Did you hear my question? Wasn't trying to ignore you or anything. Do like a double thick? It's not really any good way to fill that through though. It's cool depth though. Worth testing out a little bit. Maybe a way to break it up a little bit might be kind of nice. It's real thin though. We need to move this back one. We got nothing but room in here, I guess is the way I should think about this. Make it the way I want it to be. Don't get stuck in one thing. Oh, no worries, Soul. Are you just saying, like, the best way to start a build in general? Like, what do you mean, like, frame, I guess is my question. Like, what is the good frame? What's up, Smiles? Oops. That would go out there. Hey, build what I'm looking at. So if we're gonna do this, it might work better in one more. I like the idea of a little more depth though in this whole build. Trying to talk to you and you wasn't saying anything to me, butthead. Okay, just came to he literally left the platform because of you, Velocity. What the heck? What a butthead. This guy's a real butthead over here, you know? Hey, stuff. Then the whole thing has to move. Damn it. I guess this side doesn't need to have all that. What is this? What are you doing here? You leave this side maybe a little more simple. I don't hate that. But this still all needs to... I guess we don't need this arch. Something like that. Maybe. Do one of these. Said, eh? Go. Stop! Grounded. Go where I tell you. I like how I literally did that already. Oops. I could just do that. Do like a door or something? Switch that up maybe? 'Tis the question. Gives us a little more room to work with here. Don't love that yet, but we'll figure it out. See how this looks. You can also use any of the other types of roofs. I'm a sucker for crow feathers, though. It's kind of boring. What if we did some with like triangles or something? Can't really fill those in though. About foundations. That means I can't do that. That's why. Don't like that as much either. Didn't see that. I did see you say something. Oh yeah. You asked how he was and he just said, eh. Eh. That might look nice. It's at least more detail. Something to break up the crow feathers a little bit. That doesn't suck, but it's not perfect yet. So if you're starting a new base in a new area of the map, what would you build first? So there's a couple ways to think about it. Gotta go, my heart got broken. But good night, everyone. See you later, Velocity. So like these builds, kind of depends on what you're trying to do. This one started with just the foundation. So laying out none of the stairs here, but like getting the height and just laying out a ton of foundations. And then from there, if you think of each one of these ash cement bottom layers, ignore all the craziness, but just think of like if you took this whole building right here and you cut it all the way across as like in architecture, that's a plan view. So if you cut it away and don't have any of this, it's just these shapes at the bottom. That's typically how I start. I kind of start it so I see the rough layout. That allows me to get the sizing, the proportions correct. So I essentially just did this like mushroom wall here, and then a wall that connected, and then this mushroom wall and a wall that connected, and this mushroom wall and a wall that connected. And then I built up really simple towers. None of this detail was here. It was like it was literally just this shape all the way to the top. And then I slowly kind of switched it around. And I'd say that's how the majority of my builds start in some way, shape, or form. This one, I had the idea for the column first, for these columns. So I had built one of these. And so this one started out with just laying out the first layer of each one of these and getting them spaced properly. And then I just copied that base all the way down. And then drew out sort of a base level of floor plan for each one. Struggling with the tower for 2 days, literally, if not longer than that. The towers take a long... Everything takes time. I go through multiple iterations of each design. I'd never say... Nothing starts the way it ends up looking. Everything's sort of an experiment. And the way I come up with ideas is I look up images online of like... It's like the perfect example... Let me just get these fixed real fast. I don't want them to blow up eventually. There we go. There's one of those exploder... Oh, we missed a couple. Couple more. I don't want any of this stuff to just die. If I'm not paying attention and I run around with my baby ant, the baby ant gets attacked by all the ant lions. But it can't die, so it just doesn't care. So like this, I'm really like the Game of Thrones series. So to figure out the rough idea of this build, I looked up a specific building that I thought was interesting that I found when looking at Game of Thrones images. And so I tried to replicate that rough idea, being sort of a, I think it's an octagon or something like that in the show, maybe a hexagon. But I knew I wanted towers around the outside and then just a main building. And then from there, like, there's a dome on that building. You can't build domes in grounded. So then you build up the rough shape and then you just slowly add in all these details as like maybe additive. So I kind of think of it more as like sculpting almost. Very rarely does the detail happen till way later. Everything sort of starts off as simple, easy boxes, and then I slowly add detail to them as I go. And I add one piece and think, oh, wow, that looks really good. And then I add another, and I think that looks like crap. If you use a lot of symmetry in your builds, that's sort of, I mean, if you see a lot of my builds currently have a lot of symmetry. I think having at least some symmetry allows you to build out each individual tower. So like the way I thought of this build is I built one tower one way, another tower another way, another tower like this tower maybe matched that one was totally different. And I just like built 6 or 7 different tower designs until I found the one that I liked, and then I replicated that across the rest of them and then changed the other ones. Some of that's through just using, the great thing about this game is there's blueprints, so it's fairly easy to sort of like get a rough idea of how something's going to lay out, and then from there you can build it out and make little changes without having to like fully commit to the idea like right off the bat. Which I think makes it a lot easier. But I tend to like a very simple, just use mushroom or something you have a ton of. I think mushroom's the easiest to work with and to get massive amounts. So it's really, really easy to just lay out a mushroom foundation of like the shape of the building. After you look up, if you want like a castle, look up a castle on Google. If you want like, this is a castle sort of thing I found, and then I slowly added in my own details as I went. There's a hole in part of my keyboard thing. So like this was a specific design idea, and I just sort of built out a box and then like a wedding cake. So there was a box, and a box. And then I added the details in later. I mean, just get the rough shapes. This literally started out as a perfect square thing that went up to the top here, and then it was just a flat platform, and I slowly added in all these details. This started off, this has a ton of symmetry and repetition. I built this section of this wall and just kind of redid the details over and over again till I really liked it, and then I just copied it over and over again and then kind of made it work in the corners. There's lots of different ways to start it. An easy way is just lay a semi-flat foundation. It depends on where you're building. Like the pagoda base, I made specifically because I liked this shape. So this shape was done already. All I did was build the walls and then slowly started filling it in piece by piece. You build a simple platform and then a simple platform and then slowly add details to it as you go. And I find that's the easiest way to kind of slowly build things out. Don't commit to anything, which I think is what most beginner builders and people that are starting new builds is they commit so heavily to one idea, and then it's like, well, that didn't work, so I'm frustrated. It's really easy to do in design. So start with simple layouts, simple boxes and stuff, and just slowly add and take away different materials. And I have a video on my YouTube channel, top 10 build tips to build, or the top 10 tips to build better and grounded, which I think would probably help you too. Yikes. I definitely hit the button there. Cool, 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 cool. Let's clear this out. But that the video on my YouTube channel is probably the best way to get ideas for building, to learn about how I think about building in general. It talks about all sorts of different grounded specific things along with how I think about designing things. If that's what Ouch.
I've been poisoned.
Give me my speed back. There it is. Get all this. Nobody asked you, ladybird, larva, get out of here. And if you're not part of my Discord, you can join there, and there's a place to post builds and different ideas, all sorts of random stuff. Build inspiration pages, game specific pages. It's a great place to ask questions, to show off your builds. Just got that. What am I doing? Where's my speed trinket? Should probably start processing more materials too. I always am collecting, but then I forget to actually run this stuff through the grinders and spinning wheels. What the heck? Totally forgot I was getting silk rope for all the stinking firefly hanging lanterns that I used. 10 trillion of them in the temple. Which currently only Velocity, Ludorab, and Knife Dragon are part of. I do need to go through my donations and see who's donated to the channel to give those people, but currently my subs, and then Velocity's a mod, have their name showing up in the temple. We gotta get some more people in there. I got a lot of chests. The only issue with these is there's not it's always just kind of jank. I know you do, crazy. I have been using pinecone though. It's not as bad. It's just like a weird triangle though. It doesn't really work. I don't really want to that just ruins the fact that there's an arch. I might as well not even use the arches. Which we could do. Maybe that is the solution. It's just so little. Then we have to could make them bigger. With a one of those in between. Or you could do a column. Doesn't really work amazingly well. So we gotta test it, see what it looks like. You never know if you don't try. You miss every shot you don't take. It's kind of a better scale. I like the arches, but this scale feels better for this build. Does it need to be that? I don't know. Oops. Get over here. You're not supporting 5 things. Silly game. Could just do this, I guess. Crazy volunteers distribute. Guess I could do, if I wanted to be dumb. Oh, this one's not working. Oh, they don't show up because of the curve. Don't think this would look good. It's not like, eh. I don't love either of them, honestly. Hey, I was building there. If we did, I wonder if this shows up slightly different. You had the perfect idea. Oh, here we go. Crazy with an idea. I'm scared. I'm assuming this is going to show up the same. Well, that means we have to move that. It's worth trying, though. Exactly the same. What if you make me a mod? Tempting. When you say it like that, it does kind of look, since I use these roofs, it does kind of make it look slightly better. I'm so bummed. What happened? There we go. I have like a wrist thing for my keyboard, and it's coming apart. I don't like it. Except we're goofballs and it's the wrong piece. Just this once? That's not how mods work. It's not just a one-time thing. It does need more like ash cement up top though. It's missing some of that detail that I like. Could do maybe this. Oops. Or, as always, more ash cement. So what's a base without ash cement? Don't know if I like that more or not. No clue what I'm doing. This is how you come up with new things that you've never built before. Just do randomness till it works. Video title idea. I made a crazy mod. Can move it one over more, can we? Yep. Apparently we cannot. What is not? Why can't I build here? I made crazy for a mod for 24 hours? You mean I let an anarchy take over my my channel for 24 hours? I feel like there's maybe more of an accurate description there. I see what you did there. You're not fooling me. Still not sold on this design or crazy being a mod. The publicity? Where am I getting publicity from that deal, though? I don't know if I like that much ash cement, though. Can't even really see it. The whole thing kind of needs to be taller. Maybe that'll make it look cooler. If you had like 1,000 subs on Twitch or YouTube, this would be a different conversation. But out of the people in this chat, who knows you other than the people in this chat? That's the question. These. Think of how many views you'd get if you made a video about anarchists. I don't want one. Then I have to deal with an anarchy takeover. You're missing the difficult part of this video, which is me being tortured. Is it better? Unclear. If my content had to do in any way, shape, or form with anarchy and chaos servers, but it's kind of like based around the idea of chill. Win-win. I feel like we need to rediscuss what a win-win here is. I'm not seeing where I win in this calculation. Chose a cucumber? I'd argue quite the opposite. There's nothing chill about anarchy. It's literally the opposite of chill. Hey, get out of here, you big old Lego. From the lower level, that just doesn't look that great. But I really wanted to be able to see the arches a little more. Maybe it's just not ash cement. Maybe that's the issue. Oops. What if someone tries to break in? They can try. They won't succeed, though. Does this column look strong enough to hold this? Not sure if that's enough. to give the effect. Type E mod if I stop a meteor crashing into Earth? What does that have to do with the stream, though? You'd be like a local superhero, but I don't... Well, like, what does that have to do with being a good mod? What are you supporting? Literally nothing. Can't stream if the Earth is gone? I mean, I'd be gone, so wouldn't really have to worry about streaming anymore. Wouldn't have to worry about anything. This is kind of interesting. I'm not like sold, but something interesting's happening here. What if we did... What's this? Made an interior wall almost. Be a worldwide superhero? Yeah, you'd be too busy to be a mod. You wouldn't have any time for us. You'd be too busy off doing superhero things, you know? See, now it's going to be off-center, though. So we'd have to... I mean, I'd have to redo the whole thing over here anyways. I guess that doesn't really matter. So I could do this. Oops. I think we'd have to do this. It's unacceptable the other way. I don't hate that, actually. Yeah, shout out as said superhero. Yeah, but again, you wouldn't have time to be a mod, so you... Like, I take the shout out, but then at the same time, like, then I just don't have a mod. I just have a superhero shouting me out on Instagram. And everyone's gonna be like, why is this superhero shouting out this random dude that plays video games? You know? It's kind of interesting. I don't hate this. It also copies this pattern up really well, which I'm a fan of. Like, we get to reuse it a little bit. I kind of like that. I'm secretly a well-known musical artist. Are you going to let me use all your music on stream then? Royalty free? You better not be the dude Corey's been talking about, though, that's with all these assault allegations and stuff. That would really ruin this whole thing. Okay, so if we do columns, we gotta go boom, bang, bow. There, there. Can't do there, but that'll be fine. There and there. Hey, this is actually pretty well laid out. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. What's the build you're doing now? Unofficially, whoa, we're calling it, let me get some light. It's too dark. Of course not. I can't cause anarchy if I'm too busy saving the world. See, yeah, see, we're too many things now. I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. I'm kind of officially thinking of it as a oasis or like bathhouse, I guess. Like there was a lot of, like in ancient Roman times and stuff, like this whole build's semi based off of Game of Thrones, like an old medieval city. And so like bathhouses were typically all over the place in like the kingdoms and castles and stuff. So I'm kind of thinking of this as like, because it's an oasis technically, like there's the water areas, I'm thinking of it as like a garden bathhouse sort of thing. So it's just gonna have like cool little planter areas like this. I'm gonna slowly design out and create cool arch systems and all sorts of interesting things on the inside here eventually once we get going. And then it's a place just overall, it's just where the field station is, so I want a cool place around it as well. So I'll have to design this out as well. But that's sort of what I'm thinking of it as currently. It's hard to say. It's just another random thing I'm building, honestly. But I've seen a couple cool like little villages around here, and I was like, this would be a really cool place to build a little like garden greenhouse thing with like plants and stuff inside of it, since they're already here. They aren't perfect. I'm hoping some of these might stop spawning once I break them, but I don't think they will. So we'll just kind of keep messing with it and make it interesting, add more plants on the inside as we go. It's looking good. Thank you. Thank you. It all kind of started because I liked these like cactuses looking like they're in their own little planter boxes almost. They kind of glitch into the buildings, but it's cool enough that I kind of like it the way it is. They look like big old planter areas in front of a building, so I thought it'd be kind of a cool thing to mess with. Can I use this? Set motor decide. If that's a horrible decision. Why would motor get to decide? He wants to be a mod too. And you guys tried to incite a riot together. If you don't remember. No, you didn't, you little liar. What happened to the egg roll riot of 5 streams ago? And hostile takeover of the entire Discord. We do another vertical wall here. That works. Life under the burr floor. Like under the burr floor? Wait, sorry, not 100% sure, but if you build a pebblet foundation on the floor where the clovers are, it should stop spawning. Yeah, I might be able to. The hard part with these is that everything's water, so it's really iffy if anything will like let you place or not. Like I've been able to place like grass flooring. Oops. And you get the handy net soaked all the time. Some areas I'd have to raise the floor because currently I have it too close to the water. I have seen that some of that stuff stops weed stems and stuff from growing. I'm just not sure if it stops clovers or not, really. And sprigs. So we're just gonna have to figure out, mess with this stuff. Maybe a grass floor. Because like I got the grass floor here into the water. But not everything works that easily. Sadly. But I'll have to mess with it. It's a little boring from the inside doing that though. That's for future us to figure out. At least this way we can still sort of use this pattern and make like a rooftop deck, which will look pretty cool. What's an egg roll? Whatever. You're such a turd. Is this? Yeah, we're gonna have to. Dang it. Why'd I do that? Should have just done that. Move all these out of the way. Dude. Sometimes this handy net vision is so weird. Yeah, the soaking of the handy net is annoying for sure. Hey, it's one of those things though. You just get used to it, I guess. I don't have to worry about it too often, luckily, from where in the places I've built. We just did like 2. Break it up a little. Does 3 look better? It's like, that's a lot. Feels like too many. We did every other one. So the center. Of everything. That's a little bit more visually appealing, I think. I have to come clean up all this stuff. I got crap everywhere. Just put it all down out of the way. Done a waft emitter base in one of the grasslands, and there were clover spawning through my base until I put the pebble foundations where they were spawning. Interesting. Well, hopefully that works. Issue is then changing the whole design so it fits with allowing a pebblet foundation underneath now. That's the hard part. How much am I willing to change? Out of stubbornness. So you go there. You get out of here. One more in the middle. It's fair enough, right? It's a give and take design, you know. Well, that's not right. Needs to go over one. Yeah. It's a double colonnade. Luckily that makes it easy. Okay. Apparently we're using that one. Sure. We could put like lights right there too. Definitely don't need more of these. Those are too big, but molded cheese. Don't you be molding cheese up in here. I don't have any questions for him. You have a question for him. Don't manipulate me. And you know it's not a question because I know you've been talking to him. Is this like one of your friends or something? You two caught on to each other way too quick. You're way too friendly with each other. I don't know how I feel about it. I I thought Motor couldn't hang out tonight. Pulling a crazy. BRB and then keeps BRBing. Definitely gonna have to make the inside of this way more interesting. Because that's boring. I am being set up. It's 100% true. It's 100% a setup. It's an inside job. It's always an inside job with Crazy, though. Do I expect anything else? Nah. I've caught on to his ways. That'll be interesting to do. To figure out how these corners work. That's gonna be really interesting. I swear I've been collecting so many freaking burrs, and I still have none. Best way to figure it out is do one of these. Right? Then we can sort of like connect the dots a little bit more. Hundreds of thousands of stone? Yeah. What do you mean I don't know it? I'm the one who was talking about the setup. Wait, what am I gonna do with you? You take me for some fool? I have a 1.5-year-old at this point. I know what it's like to be manipulated. I'm not blind. I know. I just wish. I guess we could do. Doesn't know I've been to his house? Oh, Lord. That might be worse, Crazy. This is when I really wish things rotated. You know. Figure it out, but hey, a few of those sitting over here, yeah. I didn't scare him. You made him nervous asking him questions. He's like, uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Timber's got questions to ask. You scared him away. They need a freaking quarter triangle roof like this. It's kind of annoying that that kind of works. It's glitching through. But like, how do I hide that then? How do I hide that? It's kind of annoying that it works. So it's exactly what I want. But just the quarter version of it. That's it! Just the quarter. Little triangle, little triangle, little triangle. It's not perfect, but it works. Just don't know how to hide that. You did it! I blame you. I didn't say anything to him. He was here until you started asking him all those questions. He got nervous. Could also be crazy and do something silly like that. Or the opposite. Opposite might be better. Oh, that worked. Whatever. That's kind of nice. That breaks it up a little bit, which I like. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Make it a shelf. What a shelf. You're a shelf. No, you're a towel. I actually like that a lot. Yeah. Ash cement is always the answer, if anyone is wondering. Man, this guy that hurt my feelings. What? Who are you talking to, Willis? Do, 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 do. No, you said make it a shelf. And I said, what are you smoking? That's exactly the piece I was looking for. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Ugh, 1900, and now I remember to go get this.
Meals on wheels.
Hunter's bag. Let's go. Someone other than crazy trying to confuse my mind. Finally stocking back up on a little bit of this ash cement. They're so low after the ridiculous temple build. Don't scare it. You scared the last person away. It wasn't me. I'm just over here trying to build. Chill times. You're over here. Make me a mod. Make me a mod. Ooh. 6 people in Twitch. Let's go. And 10 on YouTube. Not bad. Everyone go like it. Don't worry, I don't get scared. See? No, he scared you. Crap. He got us. He is scary. You've never heard one of his creepy stories. What was I gonna do? Something. And I'll never remember. Oh, is there an analytics? I'm just slowly finding all the random things about the software I'm using. This whole time. I didn't have my heating pad on. What a noob. How am I supposed to fix my back from sitting at a desk all day while I'm sitting at a desk all day without heat? I mean, all the corners are kind of funky in this build. I guess I'm not too worried about it. Should I tell one? No, no, no. We don't need that. You'll scare people away. Hello? You're not supporting anything. Oh, it was supporting one thing. Alright, they got me finally. It was actually doing what it was saying. Question is, there once was a guy who was sitting in a chair and the chair broke and he fell and got hurt. It's not very nice. Who did that to his chair? That's the mystery. Alright. This is sort of coming together. Of course, these are going to be supporting. Ha! It lied again. That's a scary one. I mean, think about the... Was he at a restaurant? Think about the liability insurance. That'd be a fortune. Whole life could end in one day because of something like that. Scurry. Wrote a book called The Man and the Chair. America's bestseller. There we go. What's up, Waffle? Hope you're having a good night. We're just listening to crazy, scary stories. Next one, The Man in His Bucket from Nantucket. And yes, I know everything you were about to say about it. Was it the super scary evil chair? Breaker Man? That's a mouthful. Sometimes I find myself like, why don't you read these things before just saying them out loud? Oh, man. This might be one of the least expensive builds I've made in a while. That's saying something. What was I, man? Gotta be careful about those shoe eaters. Do I not have any broodmother chunks? Might be scarier. I mean, if you really think about it, like, where has your shoe been? I almost ran there like a peasant. I have teleporters. This is New Game +5. What was I thinking? Why did I come all the way here? Dang it. 3,000? That's really expensive. But when you have 1.32 million raw science. Go to 1.2. Look at that. Is that a working dog? What? What are you even talking about? Why do you have a dog? All of a sudden, in this story. That's the real question. Hey, look, a milk mauler. How convenient. My poor attempt at building trees. And my egregious use of broodmother candles. Chandeliers? Chandeliers. I still don't love this corner. But for now, I mean, it's kind of the same. build ain't perfect. It's building out of my comfort zone a little bit here. A little less symmetry, a little more randomness in shape. Or maybe a more natural shape would be the right way to describe it. How about this? If I guess your name, I get mod. I've already said my name on stream. Why would I agree to that? If I had never said it, I'd be down. But I'm pretty sure you were here the night I said it. Yeah, I definitely have said it. Another interesting wall section to figure out here. Don't remember that. Maybe yours is Hunter. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, Velocity knows my name. Sorry, I'm tired. How did you know? I'm that good. I'm just better than Crazy is. Really is what's happening there. Deal or no deal. If you say it, then I know you were there the night and you're just lying. So it's a lose-lose for me. This one's gonna be weird. I'll give you a shout out if you get my name right. Yeah, see, you already know what it is. You dirty liar. And I'm not that stupid to just give you mod for knowing my name. Kind of nerd do you take me for? I don't know what that has to do with anything. I'm just not some sucker. Yeah, you can have 2 porta potties. Make you not a porta potty in here somewhere too. Put a porta potty back here. No, Dan does not get shoutouts. Dan's lost all privileges. Or wherever I find a spot for a porta potty, I don't know yet. Could make a bathroom here, because this doesn't really work here anymore once it becomes covered. But I don't know. We'll find something. Guess your name? I'm just crazy. That's it. That's all it is. It's just the craziest around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. Because he's a crazy... Wait. Come on. I have to rethink this corner, I think, a little bit. It's also 1 layer back. We got some thinking to do here. this should be here. If I'm copying the same spacing. With D most likely to be a really good and responsible mod back in high school. God. It's an interesting school role you got there. You weren't known for anything better than just that? That's it? Send me your resume. How many years of mod experience do you have? Then maybe we can get you in for an interview, depending on your experience. But this position is solely based on experience. $75. 75 what? 75 out of 100? It's not a great score, if I'm being honest. You could have done better. Are you sure you really applied yourself? Thanks for your video. Thanks for help. Of course, Sleazy. It's what I do. Build things and try to help people build cool things. If we did... that might work. I could get behind something like this. And you're 75 and you're not retired? Follow you? Thank you, Sleazy. I appreciate it. Heard it here first, folks. What? Huh? Guess that actually kind of works a little bit better. It's not perfect, but... does that mean we need like one more of these? Kind of weird. Nice building, thank you. It's coming together. Just kind of messing with things right now, just figuring out how to make the weird corners and all that work, but it's coming together. Little by little. That's all building really is. Build something weird and then continue adding to it until something looks cool. I don't even know what these are anymore, honestly. Houses? Eh, they're something. I guess I did say this was going to be a bathhouse, but if you make me mod, I don't watch your stream. It's a win-win. Why? What do you... that's the only reason someone would be a mod is because they watch the stream. What's the point of being mod if you don't watch the streams? Then you're not helping, which isn't good modding. Yeah, that doesn't work very well. Could I like move it all back one? This one's not working as well. Hey, that building is coming out great. Thank you. Oh, you make me mod. They are a great mod, Hunter. I'm losing my faith in you here, man. And been watching for a while. Love the build. My wife and I just finished everything. Any tips before we remix? Biggest things before going to New Game Plus 1 is finish as much of the game as possible. Because once you're in New Game Plus, there's no going back. So everything becomes harder. If you don't care about 100% and all that, then I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. But if you're the type of person that, or couple that wants to do like 100% in the game, meaning like gold cards, all that kind of stuff, do it in the regular base game. As soon as you go to New Game Plus, it just gets like the drop rates increase, but the bugs are so much harder to kill. Ew, the color of it's so gross now. I didn't think about that. And I had no plans on going to New Game Plus 6. Dang it. Now we really have to cover the whole thing. Ew. It's so ugly. It's the worst color. Having a build issue trying to figure it out? Sounds good. Yeah. Join the Discord, send images in there. There's lots of people that can help. Along with myself. But like... So like, I would get, at minimum, get the boss gold cards. If you care about gold cards at all. We don't have the same house. I have a very small house. You have a castle? That is what I do. But yeah, get any of the harder bugs, because everything gets harder, exponentially harder, honestly. You essentially have to collect most of this anyways. What is that? Why is that not showing up? And that. Weird. I've had those before. I don't know why they're not showing up now. But the creature cards are probably... Wonder if I need to post it actually in the YouTube chat. One sec. It's also pinned. If that's not working. That's probably the main thing I could think of, though, is... getting gold cards. Collect as Black Ant Pet. Yeah, you wouldn't need to worry about that. That's easy enough. Join on your phone. Cool. Cool. And then get tons of like upgrade materials. I mean, you can't really get more, but you'll get more each time. But as you start doing like upgrading weapons, you're gonna need tons of twinkling shells and tons. I mean, I had this, half of this chest was full of each of these. I've used a ton upgrading these different weapons and stuff. But you don't need those as much until later. You'll need a little bit for the different battle axes and stuff you can build. But the main thing is gold cards if you care about that. Get as many mutations done. Cards don't reset. No, they don't. Everything stays exactly the same except the story itself. So the only thing that really becomes locked is like the doors that require the assistant manager key. Other than that, everything is totally unlocked. You just have to redo the labs is all. It's Brawny Boy Bin, Undershed, and Larva Cave field stations. You need to revisit them? Interesting. Never had to revisit them, though. That's weird. So, what if I... I don't know how I want to let this meet. Because I need to change this a little bit. This is definitely too far forward. That doesn't meet very well either, though. I don't like that. Whoa. Why your axe in color? Her in level how much? What do you mean by that, Slazy? I know you said you don't speak English very well, but no worries. Just want to make sure I understand what you're asking. Do like a single? Ugh. Don't love that. I'm guessing you're asking this? Why is my axe purple? These are infused weapons. So once you get to New Game Plus 4, you can get infused weapon drops from the bosses, which are like tier 4, and they have special abilities on them. So you can make much better stuff. Been watching since we started playing, love the mega builds and all. What's the biggest thing you've worked on? Overall, it's this entire... I mean, this whole thing is... like, I would semi-consider this one build. It's going to be one massive city all the way along. This is probably bigger, honestly, than this. This is really big, but not necessarily huge. But this build is also proportionately probably the same size overall. Maybe a little bit bigger. It's pretty big. When you use the mysterious machine, it does not end the game. It just plays a cutscene essentially, and then the game goes back to where it was. When you put the beginning cocktail in the mysterious machine and push the button, it doesn't end the game, right? Just asking because I want the gone but don't want to switch. Yeah, it literally, like, it creates a save right before you press the button. Then it plays the end cutscenes, then it goes right back to where you were beforehand. It changes absolutely nothing about the game. Yeah, you just reload before it. It doesn't do anything at all. It's literally a cutscene. Didn't know you built around that, the pagoda? Yeah, that's my claim to fame. That's what got me started in content creation, was building that base and doing a community base tour with See-Through, an old grounded player. And then when I started content creation, I kind of finished that build up a little bit and then started this as a continuation of building more and more. Yeah, the only thing that permanently affects your game is going to New Game Plus at that afterwards. Ugh, it's almost worse. Don't like it. We'll figure this out. Somehow, some way. I have base tours as well of the pagoda on my YouTube. So I have to slightly switch this whole side up, but it's not bad. Make this a little janky, but not too horrible. have to get rid of all of that or it just looks weird. Could do, oops, a little of that, a little of that. I really wish they had these pieces. Could do some funky thing, but I don't know. Fun fact, I was well known in the see-through community as kinda crazy. Just ends so abruptly. Don't love it. Technically, could see how this works. Ugh. This is not working. Do that. Oops. That might work better, actually. I was in that chat all the time. I never once saw you. There's 7 months or a year or so I lived in that chat. It was all I did. Afraid of New Game Plus. I don't think I am strong enough yet. Yeah, I mean, my wife and I are watching. Can we see an overhead of the sandcastle? Yeah. Hardest part is that it starts unloading because it's so big. So we can only go so high before it does that. So I'll start over here. There's a little bit of stuff of this stuff on my YouTube. Probably up to here. I didn't make any video of that, and I never finished the video for this. Couldn't you pull the corner roof pieces out and then just do a 2-layer half wall up top to cover the glitched through part? I'd have to think about that and see it. Not quite understanding. It's hard to understand build stuff in chat at times. To picture like exactly what someone else is thinking. We got the temple over here. This is just a like a church thing. Haven't quite finished it. The castles are just fun. That's a wizard's tower. This is like the broodmother tower. This is the supporters temple build. People who are members of the channel or subscribe on either Twitch or YouTube get their name added to a chest in there. This is the cathedral build. My favorite build so hard. It's hard to even try to describe it, right? My favorite build of mine so far in this world. Love how this thing turned out. I'm honestly kind of sad that I finished it because it was so much fun to build. It'll be like housing all the way throughout here and like little plazas and stuff. Housing over there. Little houses all the way through there, here. Something up here as well. Like a big market or something. And this is the bathhouse we are currently working on. We will also... Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, you're on Twitch. That'll do it. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Check out the YouTube if you have not. I have tutorials and base tours and stuff on there. I want to post more, but definitely a lot of work. Remember me when you're famous? Always, kinda. Don't worry. Afraid of New Game Plus. I don't think I'm strong enough yet. I mean, part of getting to New Game Plus is it's really complicated and difficult until you're in... I don't feel like I felt confident until New Game Plus 4, honestly. It's just one of those, like, part of it is that it's a challenge is what makes it enjoyable at the end of the day. Oh, come on. Let me place there, that would work. Me and my friend started a game plus a week ago, and in my opinion, the hardest part is certain sour buffs. Yes, 100%. The sour buff is easily the most annoying, complicated thing of it. How does that not work? How annoying. Why is that? Let's get these out of the way, see if I can get this placed right. She said, oh my goodness, lol, and that you are talented, love the mega builds and everything you're doing. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's definitely the whole goal. Just to just make cool things that people enjoy seeing. And help people as well build cool stuff themselves. That is a big part of it as well. And eventually we'll just keep playing other cool games. Keep adding in new stuff. It's kind of working. I'm not obsessed with how this part looks yet, but it's getting there. This is when I typically try to just go look at different parts of the build and not get stuck on one little detail. So oftentimes you may not have the idea currently to fit this and make it perfect, but it'll come with time. There we go. I mean, this one doesn't look that great either, but maybe I could do some little pattern or something in there. Also don't need that extra detail. If I go to the New Game Plus right now, let's say I don't deal enough damage. Will I be stuck in the game? I mean, you can't go back by any means. I mean, the big thing is you're not... I wouldn't go to New Game Plus till you have Assault, Sour, Fresh, and Spicy weapon upgraded to the max level. Once you have one of each type of weapon, you should be fine. Really... If you want to deal enough damage, a salty Club of the Mother Demon, the Sour Edge or the Acid Edge Battle Axe, you're going to want that upgraded. A Spicy Coltana, fully upgraded, is going to be good for the Broodmother fight. And the Fresh Toenail Scimitar is probably a fine route to go for the fresh option. There's no, like... perfect formula or anything by any means. So if you have a mint mallet or something like that you really like that's probably going to be good enough too. Some of it's just preference. And then armor sets that you like that are fully upgraded. Once you have the weapons fully upgraded in that, the mint mace is fine. I wouldn't say it's the best option in the game, but it'll be fine enough for you. The Toenail Scimitar is just way better for like the infected Broodmother, and it does make you do more damage. But in terms of fresh, I didn't really use anything until a New Game Plus. You get... The first thing I did was, I mean, you get an Acid Edge in the basic game. Unfortunately, the Blazing and the Fresh Edge are behind New Game Plus 3. So you could get the Frosted Flake and the Pepper Flake. Unfortunately, they're just kind of doo-doo because they got rid of the Finale Fury effect. So they just have a stamina up now, which it's fine. I don't love the Mint Mace personally. It still does good damage though. It's just not my favorite to use. Honestly think that once you can consistently beat all four bosses, you're ready. Yeah, that's probably a better metric, honestly. The bosses are honestly the part that's hard. You're gonna get just like I feel like in the base game. I played on medium for the most part. but I still felt like I had a really good handle on all the bosses. Whatever difficulty you're playing in, one weapon, one set of weapons that's all the candy types, fully upgraded, a couple good armor sets is pretty critical, because I wouldn't necessarily say there's just one specific set that's going to be like the best. And then you really need to be confident. The Broodmother fight is honestly not that difficult. It's the Mantis and the Wasp fights that are can be really frustrating. Play on medium, yeah. And through New Game Plus 3, I played on medium the whole time too. Once I got to New Game Plus, once I got to the end of New Game Plus 3, I was getting so frustrated with the bosses, I ended up switching to mild. But now that I have infused weapons and I'm in New Game Plus 4 and beyond, I feel like I could play on medium no problem again. It's really New Game Plus 3 that feels the most difficult, because it's like you've had the least upgrades in terms of good weapons and items you can get to that point. New Game Plus 4 is when I feel like the game leveled back out. Sounds good, crazy. J-Dog's back. Yeah, our power went out today, too. Seems like a consistent theme around the country. This is going to be an interesting side to figure out, too. I never make it easy on myself, do I? I think that's pretty safe to say. But on mild, I get one shot by Broodmother while trying to take out the first wave of spiderlings. Yeah. Biggest suggestion for the Broodmother is just use the Widow armor. As soon as you kill one of those spiderlings, you get such an insane amount of health regen that it's not difficult whatsoever after that point. That's where we hide our crimes. This is a huge reason for everyone who asks why I use mushroom. I think a lot of people don't like mushroom for some reason, but mushroom blocks are the easiest one to hide imperfections by far. I mean, a New Game Plus, I mean, get around the, I guess around the world, because yeah, I remember I'm from Australia. True. And no, unfortunately, I did not remember it was Australia. There's so many. One, I have a piss poor memory. First, and second, yeah, no, it's mostly just the piss poor memory thing. That's really what it comes down to. Love mushroom buildings. I think they're the best. Mushroom and ash cement are my favorite to use. I like grass and weed stem more as an accent, if anything. I just went to New Game Plus and learned quickly. Really just comes down to being able to perfect block. Yeah. Sorry, I missed that message earlier. But honestly, perfect blocking is 99% of the game once you're in New Game Plus. The frustrating part is there's a handful of like boss fight attacks that can't be blocked, or even when they're blocked, they still let an infusion thing off, and that's when you get screwed. Like the difference, it's crazy. It took me 10 to 15 minutes to kill the Mantis on New Game Plus 3. Now that I have infused weapons and stuff, New Game, it literally takes me 10 to 15 seconds to kill on the same difficulty, and it's harder now. And the Mantis spawns baby mantises, so it's even more difficult. Okay. I can sort of live with this. The details are small enough that you really don't even notice, like, it's a little jank. That's a little weird. Especially because you can't really do that. Eh, it's a little too off-centered. I don't like that. But I think New Game Plus is so enjoyable, even with the flaws and frustrating parts of it, that it's worth going. And if you absolutely hate it, you can always just reload your save before you win, I'm pretty sure. You're just going to put a lot of time into New Game Plus to get, like, it's a grind. New Game Plus is definitely not expect to just get into it and, like, destroy. Like, it's meant to be a large challenge. For sure. Nothing about it is meant to be easy. It's meant for people who want to, like, continue the story and make it more difficult. If you don't want it to be harder, I think what their thought is that you should just replay the game from scratch. But I love building and continuing things and, like, getting to play the story over and over again. What the ant doing, though? Dude tripping. And we haven't gotten quite as far as I would have hoped tonight, but at the same time, I feel like we figured out some good things that I was kind of stuck on. Hey, place. I saw you want to go there. Like a half one? Yeah, I thought so. And it'll make you better at the game, too. Best viewers. It just says star, star, star. I don't know what it's trying to say. Does it say in Twitch what you're typing? Nope. I got no clue. Or are you saying the best viewers are on? Hey. Alright, so 3 tall, 1 in the middle. I think that looks right. I'm stuck. I'm also going to have to mess with a new off-grid building technique I sort of stumbled upon. I was supposed to meet with this guy from France that was going to show me how he was building off-grid more consistently. And then I think I just figured out what he was trying to do. It's too hard to meet with him with a 9-hour time difference. I just kind of gave up. Way too much work. And I was like, well, if you don't want to share the idea, then I don't really want to, like, waste a bunch of my time. I didn't even realize I didn't finish these. But all you have to do is take, which I already kind of did previously. It's kind of how I did it. I just didn't really realize that's what I was kind of doing. But you just have to turn off the snap to grid. Of course, it has to be in a place where you can build it, but you just build with columns, and then you have like an off grid thing already. Like, it's that easy. So I might need to make a video on just like how to build off grid and grounded. I didn't really realize that these foundations were like that. But it's allowed me to do some of the little funky stuff. I mean, that's kind of how I did this stuff. Just a happy accident almost most of the time, though. But easy enough to just... Oh, look, a new grid. And you build in spots that like you couldn't ever build before. Typically has to be off the grid of something else, though, from what I've experienced. Can't just, like... Wants to build on terrain that's already placed, not necessarily, like... things you've built, if that makes sense. It's kind of cool, though. Could put some, cool little decorations on there. I don't know. Guess you can place those anywhere, but yeah, I don't know. I have to mess with it, but it is a really easy way to add like random details that you couldn't really do before. So, probably want to build this. So I should build these first. Don't make the same mistakes as last time. Which means this goes there and there. This one might actually work better. So that sits a little weird, huh? It's probably going to be exactly how that other one... Yeah, that's exactly the same. This will work. Yay. I love when things work. Boom. I guess the only thing there is that this is built over. So technically this is like this. That. What the? Oh my goodness. It's gonna take some finagling. Ain't that annoying? Didn't even notice that doesn't work like that. No, this should all work. Yeah, probably. It's all an experiment. Great thing I've learned as someone who is an absolute perfectionist is building in Grounded has shown me how to not be quite so much of a perfectionist and just kind of making things work because you don't have just absolute freedom with everything. Forces you to be a little bit more creative in your struggles, how to problem solve, and that it's not always just going to be clean, simple fix to make it look the way you want it to look. Why do I feel like this is exactly the same but not? Just because that's closer? It's still one block away. I think it's because this is deeper. Just have to come up with a way to solve it. Like, that's how everything else is built. It's a little janky. I don't love it. We'll figure it out, though. Oh, man. Alright, I'm getting pretty tired. It's been a long, long day. So I think I'm going to call it here. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Definitely fun messing around with this build and having everyone on Twitch and YouTube once again. It's been a fun little addition to the stream. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Uh-oh, Crazy's back. He comes back every time I say I'm gonna leave. I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. We'll catch you on the next one. I should be streaming tomorrow, most likely. Probably streaming Grounded again because I'm having fun building right now. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.